good morning to... Well, good morning to you and welcome back. Out on the boat this morning on what is, I assure you, a freezing cold day. Jake from Muscle Fishing is with me, he's just out of shot. One rod is already out the back of me. As you can tell by the cliffs there, we're not far off today, not doing our usual offshore. It's about as good a tide and conditions as you can get to try locally for a winter cod. Now, like a lot of the south coast, the cod have all but gone here, apart from the spring run, where if you're sitting in the right places constantly, you pick up a few codling. But we are out today to target a cod. It's no secret, we're up under Beachy Head, Seven Sisters, on a little mark I've got up here. Now, I happen to know there is some fish about at the minute, and they're good fish. Doesn't mean we're going to get them, but if you don't get out and have a go, you're not going to get them. So we've got one rod out in a minute for myself on a running ledger with a whole squid that we caught earlier in the year off the shingle, and you would have watched those videos, no doubt. On the other one, I've got just a 2-hook flowing rig, so I've got, it's basically a running ledger with 2 hooks on it. One hook sat further up. Squid body, little party squid on that one, shot bought squid. I've just flared the tail off, put a couple of slices in, and when it defrosts that will flap. And then we've got a whole little party squid there, just wrapped up with elastic, and I'll flick that off to the side. Jake is running very similar over his side. Squid baits today, nothing else. He's already had a couple of rattles, but lots of whiting about. There is also some big thornback rays, I know, and there is also a few other little bits and bobs hanging about as well, because I've been told and I've seen the pictures. It might go wrong today, we might get nothing, we might just have a nice day out in the sunshine, we might also get something nice. If you don't try, you're not going to know. That's the plan. Anything else I'll tell you about as I go along. Any fish I will show you. Fingers crossed we can put something to the boat. Right, on that little 2-hook rig, they're not small hooks on there, they're 3 or 4 O's. As soon as it hit the bottom we've got something. It's probably a whiting. And now I've turned the camera on, it's gone, typically. But yeah, it's gone there, but yeah, as soon as it hit the bottom, little whiting rattle. If we get whiting today, if they're about £2, I don't care. If they're those little pin whiting, then they can do one. We're not shore fishing today, we're on the boat.
So I think we have got a fish on here, guys. It's not a big fish at all. Might be a dogfish, but I can't imagine the lead that I've got on would feel this heavy on the wind back.
I'm going to get over here now.
Oh, come on, come on.
I'm going to, that'll be a doggy there.
Just come on.
Oh, that's a little whiting now when I pop. Oh no, I've got something on.
I've got something on, doggy.
Oh, Jake's got a dog, I've got something on as well.
And I've got a doggy, and Ben's got a whiting.
Well, I said if we get the big ones I wouldn't care. But we haven't, we've got a tiny little pin whiting, and he's taken a whole squid. Jake's got a dogfish out to my right as well. Fish on.
Yes, you won't be able to get the cod bite on camera unless you film the whole time.
Cod will pick it up and it'll be gone. So we've got a little bite at the back there. I was just saying to Jake, it looks very dogfish-like. A couple of nudges and then that. If you get a cod, we've had cod before, they just hammer it, it goes. There's no finesse, they pick the bait up. If it's a good one, they're just gone. Actually quite pleasant in the sun, isn't it?
It's actually quite warm.
It's quite toasty in the jumper here.
When there's no wind, it's quite nice.
Pick that up. So the bites have stopped, but sometimes they can pick the bait up and sit there with it. And there, in fact, there it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think we might have something on. No, we don't. In fact, that bait's actually largely untouched. But that's the other rig that I didn't show you. Just a running ledger, about 3 foot of just 30-pound mono, and I was umming and ahhing if that would be a bit light. But we're in shallow water, clean ground, so just got 30 for now. if we start getting eels, which is possible around here, we do get a lot of eels, then I'll bump that up to 50, 60 pound, maybe even 80. Cod don't care. I've picked up cod on a wreck near here before while I've been congering on 200 pound mono and a 6.0 metre. They don't care, so, but we'll stick with that for now. All I'm gonna do is flick that out away from the back of the boat. Because we're in shallow water here, I say shallow, 60 foot, it can be quite noise sensitive. So if you're plonking around, banging, dropping leads on the deck, it does transfer into the water. So I'm just gonna cast the baits away a little bit, and then that effect is nullified a little bit.
At least there's some bites, mate.
Oh, it's a sign, isn't it? Oh, might be a line,
Might be going fish down. Nothing.
Again.
Oh dear, Ben.
I think what, like you said, I think they're getting hold of it.
They're getting hold of it.
And they're letting go. Is it like your one? You've had one let go of the boat.
Yep. They let go of it just as you strike it, and then they're.
That's fine. No, bait's fine.
Hello.
Right, so we're getting lots of doggies. Well, certainly I am on my bigger bait, and they're just hanging on. They're not getting the hook in their mouths, which is quite common for dogs. But while I was dealing with the bigger bait, the one with the 2 hooks, which is smaller, is also now going off. And now I've picked it up and I'm telling you that it's got a bite, it will now not have a bite. Yeah, that's it, gone. See, gone. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, there is something on. And now it's gone again. Couldn't make it up. Oh, the joys of winter fishing at anchor with squid as bait. Oh dear. Only takes out one fish though, as we always say. Go all day scratching, nothing, quiet, little fish, and then bang, something special comes along. So we never give up. Getting lots of bites though, and it's getting us on edge, so could be worse. We could be sat here with cold fingers and toes, not me, Jake, and not getting anything, so it's okay. I'm just going to freshen this big bait up because it's been hammered a little bit now. The head's gone. It's got some chunks out of it. I'll put a fresh squid on and we'll go again.
The boat, but see, oh, it's a pouting. It's another species for the day. Probably worse than the dogfish, I think.
Yep. Fish on.
Bit bigger, isn't it?
Doggy out. We should just let go.
Oh,
Ah,
frustrating.
so annoying.
Fucking horrible reel to use. I have got a bit better.
I can feel when they let go, and it really annoys me. Although I think there is still one on there. Yep.
Oh yeah. Lovely.
Picking about as well. Well, that is the culprit that has been messing about with our baits. There's non-stop these, and what they do is this one's hooked well deep, but they tend to let go just as you get to the boat. And as much as they're a pain in the butt, if you're going to take a bait and ruin my bite, I'd rather catch them. To have them let go is really annoying. So we've got one anyway. So yep, when it came over I went, oh, it's got it really deep hooked. It wasn't even hooked. It was just had that in its gullet, and as I was there sorting the rig out, it just spat it up and the hook came out. So they're not even hooking themselves. But little tiny doggy, no meat on that either, tiny. Covered it before in videos, but for beginners, really sandpapery skin. You go down the body, you're fine. If you go the other way, it is sandpaper. Take the tail, take the head, put them in a donut, and you can unhook them safely like that. But little doggy. I think we're just going to have to hope that something picks up there. Or put a live whiting on. We're just going to have to hope that something comes along. And
you would think if all those bass were down there, you'd think they'd eat your bait.
Yeah.
But maybe they're so switched onto something.
Herring.
Yeah.
Herring. There's your bait. Right.
Nice for it.
That there is a tiny, tiny little pout. I'm just going to put him in a bucket of water, which Jake is very kindly going to grab me now. And I'm going to put that on as a little live bait, because these dogfish are ripping my squid to bits. So hopefully with a little live bait, that will get rid of the dogs, and hopefully get us a cod. So he's in there, and I'm going to quickly get this other rod in, which actually has got a bite. And there is a fish. There is a fish on this.
That's a better bite. Yes.
Oh, the bite is gone. Right. So I'm going to rip this squid off, put that pout on and send him down.
So we've just got another doggy. Nothing exciting and far from our quality fish, but hey ho, it's the winter. We're just fishing for what we can. Just put some smaller hooks on and we've got a doggy.
Yep. Fish on. This is just on the baits and it's just let go. You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up. They're not even big hooks, these ones. Yeah, so these are just oh, there you go. Yeah, just let go again. Let's have that bottom one, look, spun the bait up. I'll put a live pout on the other rod. Even the squids were getting hammered. So I'll put a live pout on, which a dogfish will still go for, but it's got more longevity than a bit of squid. If a conger or a cod comes on, he'll have that, no qualms. So that's out there now. In the meantime, we're dealing with dogfish. They're not even big dogfish. They're not even big dogfish. He's just been sick over the boat.
There's a set of pliers which will definitely not open.
In anticipation of another doggy, I didn't turn the camera on, but we've got quite a nice little white in there. It's what it's come to now. I'm happy about catching whiting. But there you go. Jake's also had one about the same size. Not quite a pin whiting, but not quite one of good size either, but I'll take that. Not bad.
Not going to excite me, but hey, it's a fish. Oh, it is a whiting. Great, excellent. How funny that they've just suddenly come on the turn. I mean, that's taken a 3-0 hook as well. So it just shows they are not shy.
Right, so Jake's got a pout behind me. I've just rebaited up my 2-hook rig with fresh squid, and instantly we've got a big old rattle on it. Drop that one. The back rod has still got a live whiting on it. Live pout actually, or a live whiting. So I'm all in on that one. If I get something on that, it's going to be a cod, a bass or an eel. But I'm trying. I'm not here with small hooks. I haven't given in. We've got a big bait out still, a live bait. These ones here, they're still cod baits. They're still whole little squid, but they're just getting smashed by the dogfish and the whiting. We can't control that, me or Jake. I've got another rattle now. We can't control what takes the baits. We can only be in the places where we think they're going to be, and what comes of it, you know. So there's no other angling boats here, none whatsoever, and I'm quite surprised at that. We've got 2 commercials outside of us, 2 commercials inside of us, and we're tucked in the middle out of the way. Right, do you know what? The fishing is the fishing. It always is, whether you're wrecking, congering, or inside trying for a cod like we are today. Fishing will be fishing. But it's such a beautiful day. The only ones we've got up under here on what would traditionally be a really busy market. Saturday today, flat calm, perfect conditions, crisp cold, mid-sized tide. I thought we'd be jostling for space in here, and we're just not, other than with the commercials. Got 2 banks of nets inside of us, 2 banks of nets outside of us, and we've gone right in the middle, not bothering anybody on a little feature, which luckily hasn't got a net on it. But yeah, there's no one else about, and it's just a, I mean, the water is, it's just a stunning, stunning day. 7 Sisters, Beachy Head. So cool because you've got 7 of them all the way along. Absolutely stunning.
It's all over the shop, isn't it?
Something, I'm certain, something grabbed that whiting on the way up then. Yeah. Probably went real heavy for a brief second. Another whiting, guys. As I was bringing it up, boof, I think something might have grabbed it on the way up. We've got a bite on our other rod now as well. That's a nice bite though. That's a nice bite. I'll still be there, go on. I've just gone back onto a whole squid on that other rod. The pout, as it was, the live pout, it stopped moving. I brought it in, and something's had to attack it. It's died, and then the winkles have had it, periwinkles. So yeah, no good. We've got what I think is a whiting on. And if we do, it's going to be the last fish of the day, because the tide's already it's turning quite early here. And Jake's got to be a bit early for work today. It is indeed a little whiting. Story of the morning. So no dice on the cod front, but you've got to be in it to win it. Very cliche, but that's true. A little whiting. But we're going to just tidy up here, get the anchor hauled up. And on the way in, we might stop for some herrings in a bit of clear water. Too murky here at the minute, so we get past Beachy Head, back towards home a little bit, stick some sabikis on, probably have a little drift around, see if we can't get some herring. Swing around a little bit. As you can see, back in the lock. Water was too murky for the herring, really brown. Not going to bother trying there, I just won't see the feathers. So we're back in the lock, safe and sound. A slow session, but a beautiful day to be out on the water. We're back out again tomorrow for a bit of wrecking. Lovely day, great company always with Jake. First boat session of the year, nice easy one. Better things to come. Thanks for watching, see you all again soon.